Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Happy middle of the week and happy middle of whatever is going on in your life. I'm Reverend Dr. Marlene Morris, and my intention here at Spirit Central is that if you need a little lift, if you need a little faith, if you need a better understanding of your relationship with Spirit, well, that's why I'm here. And you are always welcome to join us and be part of this spiritual family. I like to think that we're a kind of spiritual clinic. We'll help you feel better if you're feeling bad, and we'll help you feel even better if you're already feeling just fine. We can also function as a spiritual urgent care if that happens to be where you are at any given moment. If you've been hanging around with me for a while, you already know the answer, but for those of you who may be new to this, I'm often asked, since we are pretty obviously non-traditional, if we believe in God. And the answer is an unqualified yes. Then the next question is, quite often, so what else is it that you believe? And here's the answer in a nutshell. We believe that there is a creative, motivating power in the universe and beyond the universe. Call it God, if you will, call it Allah, call it Jesus, call it the Force, call it the power, call it the Almighty. Call it what you will. It answers to 1,000 names. And I don't think it cares much what it's called. What it is the intelligence and the activity and the power and the love back of all of creation. It's the higher life within each of us, what we call our spirituality. And when we realize that, we can direct it to heal our bodies, our lives, our minds, our world. So now you know. And if you have questions about any of that, please feel free to ask. To set the tone for the evening, I'd like to jump right into what I'm going to talk about. So if you don't mind holding on to your thoughts and comments for a few minutes, I'll just go ahead and do this. And then we can talk more when the talk is over. Stick with me, will you? In the interest of transparency, if some of what I say tonight sounds kind of familiar to some of you, that's because you've heard it from me before. Once in a while, not too often, but once in a while, nothing comes to mind when I sit down to make notes for a talk. Nothing. Blank. And I find myself going to old notes for inspiration. That's what happened yesterday. I sat down and instantly had an idea for next Sunday, which is useful. I mean, I would have to create another talk for next Sunday, so that's a good thing. And then I had another great idea for next Wednesday. I even got an idea for February 6th. But try as I might, absolutely nothing was coming to mind for tonight. And then I ran across some old notes. And for some reason, they really spoke to me. Now, in the same way that I used to use the same notes for all 3 services when I did brick and mortar church, and in the same way that none of the services ever came out exactly the same, I know that although some of this may have been said before and may sound familiar, its time is now, or it wouldn't have shown up in the way that it did. So if you find yourself thinking, this sounds familiar, but there's a reason for it, and the fact that the message wants to be heard again, well, I believe there's a reason for that as well. So here we go. I have an off-the-wall question for you. Did you wake up with a smile on your face this morning? Yes? No? Not necessarily? Remember, please, honesty is a great policy, and nobody's going to hear your answer. I can't even hear your answer. So, yes, great. Hold on. I'll get to you. No. No smile? What's the matter, baby? Do you not feel good? There's a song that says you're supposed to wake up in the morning with a smile on your face and know that you are beautiful. Beautiful. Everybody got that? Beautiful. You. So, what's the matter? Is there something on your mind? Did you go to sleep last night with something on your mind? Something troubling? Not happy thoughts? But you're beautiful. Yeah, I'm beautiful, but I might not be so beautiful next week if I don't solve this thing that's going on, this thing that's keeping me awake. So, what's on your mind this minute? Right now. Or maybe just before you tuned in. Were you thinking beautiful? Were you thinking life is good, it's rich, it's fabulous? Were you thinking that? I'm wealthy, I'm healthy, I'm happy, life is good. Everything is going my way. No? Yes? Or is there something else on your mind? Maybe that thing that happened last week. You know, that thing. Something happened to you last week. I know it did. Good God, you're alive. Something must have happened last week. If nothing happened, you better check your pulse. Something happened to all of us last week, didn't it? Everything didn't go exactly as you thought it would, did it? Now, some of you are searching your mind for what bad thing happened last week. I didn't say it had to be bad. I said something happened. Maybe bad is where your mind is. I can tell you that the people who are smiling tonight, the ones who woke up with a smile on their face and are still smiling, are thinking of the good thing that happened last week. Some of the rest of you are going over that other not so good thing that happened last week. Maybe it's still happening. Even as you're sitting here. Is it? Or maybe your mind's on that thing that's going to happen next week. Something is going to happen next week. I guarantee it. Something will happen next week. Might be good. Might not be so good. Who's to say? But something is for sure going to happen next week. Some of you are already worried about it, aren't you? Even if it's going to be good. Aren't you? Yeah, I know it's good, but it's going to change things. Well, yeah, of course it is. But you're changing all the time, so what's the problem? See, what we need to know, pay attention, is that what's on your mind matters more than the matters on your mind. Let me say it again, because I know some of you are thinking that doesn't make sense, but oh, trust me, it does. What's on your mind matters more than the matters on your mind. Let me ask you a few questions. Are you looking forward to tomorrow? Are you looking forward to the rest of this week? And how great it's going to be. The weather's fine, it's weather. It's beautiful, it's wonderful. Yeah, but I'm going to be doing stuff. Who cares about how great it is out there? Or tomorrow, I'm going to worry about that thing that's going to happen next week. It's going to take time to do that. I have to plan. Maybe if the rest of the week gets really exciting, I'll do the laundry or sweep out the garage. Oh, great. Let it go. Are you looking forward to tomorrow? And next week and the rest of your life? Are you? Do you know that they're going to be glorious and wonderful? Yeah, sure, just as soon as you get past the thing next week, right? Stop! Right now, I would like you to change your mind. I want you to get over what you think matters because it's important that you do. Job says in the Old Testament, what I fear most comes upon me. Wisest words in the Old Testament. We just tend to skip right over it. It's a fascinating story. A guy suffers and suffers and suffers some more because the big guy keeps giving him more and more to suffer about. It's a great story if you like melodrama. But it's got a happy ending, sort of. What I fear most, he said, has come upon me. Well, you know, it does. Because it's in the forefront of your mind and you think it matters. It does. And in spite of the somewhat happy ending of Job's, he is nonetheless not exactly good as new. All the worrying, all the fearful stuff takes a toll on you. Forget religion. Science backs me up on this. Stress causes more illness than any disease. You may quote me. So, here's my thought for today. If what you fear most comes upon you, and if what you are fearing most is not what you want to have come upon you, don't you think something needs to change? And if it's not them or it, maybe it's your mind. Maybe it's your mind that needs to change. So that what you fear most will not, in fact, come upon you. Wouldn't that be dandy? What else is there to change? If you can't change them and you can't change it, if it happened in the past, it's over, it's done, it is what is. You can't change what already happened, but you can change what you think about it. How you relate to it. So there you go again. You have to change your mind. And you can certainly change your mind about what hasn't happened. Can't you? Some of you are already arguing with me. I know you are. I can hear you. But I want to worry about it. Fine, worry about it. But I'm here to tell you that it won't do you any good to worry about it. In fact, it might harm you. Haven't we all had the experience where we worried and worried and worried about something, and then they canceled it at the last minute? And we're almost ticked off. I spent all week worrying about that and you canceled it? It was going to be awful, but, can you see how silly that sounds? So it doesn't do any good to worry about what's already happened because it's happened. All right? And it doesn't do any good to worry about what might happen because it might not happen. Or it might happen very differently than you thought. So why not, in the midst of your worrying, just change your mind? I mean, where does that worry, where does that fear come from anyway? But from up here. Fear isn't a real thing. It's a reaction. And sometimes it's a reaction to something that is also not a real thing. FDR said we have nothing to fear but fear itself. Fear lives right here. You don't have to look for it. It's right here. So change your mind about it. Not so easy, someone just said. I heard you. Why? Why is it not so easy? You change your mind about things all the time, don't you? Don't you? Hemlines go up and down, hairstyles change, colors go in and out. Last year it was Merlot, this year it's some shade of blue or periwinkle. You had big hair, now you have little hair or very little hair. I know, I understand. Look, I originally started out dyeing my hair when I was 18 because it had too much red in it. Honest. Then I had to pay to put the red back in. Then I had to pay to take the red out. Now I'm just happy that it didn't leave me altogether. Well, isn't that the way it goes? God gives it to you, and if you don't take it gracefully and care for it, sometimes you have to pay for it later. There's a life lesson. The gospel according to Clairol. So, look, you decide to have a picnic. You pack all the stuff the night before, you get it all ready. You've got the blanket in the car, you've got the radio in the car, you've got the basket ready to go, you've got your summer outfit on. You walk outside, and it's raining. Now, you can decide either to have a picnic in the rain, which I happen to think is kind of a cool idea, just bring trash bags and make outfits out of them. You can go back in and get your umbrella, or several of them, or you can just come in from the rain and have an indoor picnic, which is also fun. Or you can walk back inside and complain about how the rain ruined your day. You have options. Lots of them. But in order to get to them, you're going to have to change your mind in there someplace. Because if you insist upon just doing it the way you were going to do it, it's not going to be the experience you expected it to be, is it? It isn't always easy to change. But sometimes you just have to. It's raining or not raining, you have to. It's cancer. You have to. It's flooding. You have to. If you're going to die of it or get wet because of it, you'll have to change your mind pretty quickly. If it just makes your life uncomfortable, well, sometimes then we start deciding it's going to be hard to change my mind. I'd rather complain. Some of you change your mind very easily about health issues. I've watched you do it. Achoo! Someone says you've got a cold. No, you say. Some of you are really good at it. You just don't get whatever it is. I don't get the flu, you say, and you don't. Other people just keep affirming that they get whatever is going around, and they do. Change your mind. I can't. I get whatever it is every year. Okay, but what if you changed the word flu for relationship or job or money or picnic? It's all the same thing. We just decide that it's hard for us to change our mind about something, and then that becomes our truth. We can do it. Why should we? Why? Because it matters. See, it's all matter. Didn't you pay attention in science class? It's all matter. Some of it is more matter than others, I guess. You need to change your mind. And what we need to know is that it isn't just your mind, your mind. There's no my mind and your mind and the mind of God. There's only one mind, really, God's mind, and we're all in it. Now, pay attention here. I'm not referring to your brain. That would get pretty crowded. That's personal. If you were thinking about gray matter, that's not what I'm talking about. We've all got a brain, and hopefully it's our own, and theoretically we use it, though it doesn't always look that way. There was a time when science said that this part of your brain did this and that part of your brain did that, and if you lose any one of those sections, you can't do that anymore. Except it's not true. They started studying children who had illnesses in their brains, where in order to save their lives, they had to take out large chunks of their gray matter. And they said, this child will never fill in the blank, walk again, talk again, write again, except they did. They do. They had to learn it again, but they could learn it, and they do it. There is something that uses the brain, and it is something within each one of us, the thinker that uses the brain to think. Have you ever noticed that if you pay attention, you can watch yourself watching yourself, watching yourself watching yourself? You can watch yourself thinking about something. Look at me, I'm thinking about that right now. I'm watching myself right now, thinking about watching you, even while I'm talking. And I could probably take it back a few more steps, but if I do, God knows where I'll end up, and I may not want to come back. So I won't go there. There is a thinker who uses your brain. There's a visionary who sees with your heart and soul and your eyes. There's a feeler that senses with your touch. And there's a spirit that lives and moves and has its being in and through you. A spirit that is bigger than your life. It is the wisdom in every cell that knows how to heal itself. It is that master engineer that knows how to get you from here to there with just a thought. There is that which is the well that contains everything. All wisdom, all knowledge, all healing power. And it lives within each of us. And we can go to the well and draw it out. And draw out what we want, what we need. Or we can stand by the well, our arms around our bucket, and insist that that's all we have. What's in the bucket is it. You're saying, this is what I've got. There's some good stuff and some not so good stuff, but it's my bucket. Someone gave it to me. Or I built it myself. But you can see the stuff in here that Mom gave me and the stuff that Dad gave me, and there's the stuff I got in my first relationship, and there are the family diseases that's in the bucket. It's all mine to keep forever and ever. Amen. Unless it's not. Unless you can choose to keep some of the things in the bucket and pour some of the other things out of the bucket. What we need to know is that nothing in your life is set in concrete. Nothing in the bucket has to stay in the bucket. Things change. You've changed. The bucket needs to change. You're walking and talking, aren't you? You weren't born that way. All that you are could no longer fit into the skin you were born into. None of you were born talking, walking, singing, laughing, loving. You've changed. It's natural that you would. The baby became a toddler, the toddler became a small child, the child became a teenager, the teen became a young adult, the young adult grew and learned and became who you are now. People change. You change. You've been changing all of your life. We don't always see it, but it is always happening. And someday we're going to really get that all things come to pass. Because someday our spirit will say that our body is no longer large enough to contain the magnitude of our spirit. And it's going to take our body off and change again. That much is guaranteed. In 1839, in The Principles of Geology, Sir Charles Lyell said, "Although we are mere sojourners on the surface of the planet, changed to a mere point in space, enduring but for a moment of time, the human mind is not only enabled to number worlds beyond the unassisted ken of mortal eye, but to trace the events of indefinite ages before the creation of our race, and is not even withheld from penetrating into the dark secrets of the ocean and the exterior of the solid globe. Free," he wrote, "free like the spirit whom the poet described as animating the universe." Nearly 30 years later, the same author would add these thoughts: "The improvable reason of man himself presents us with the picture of the ever-increasing dominion of mind over matter." The dominion of mind over matter. For a lot of years, I thought mind over matter was like an exercise of will, rather than an exercise of free will. I thought it was about holding a thought in place so hard that it couldn't squirm out of there. But that's not what it is. It's an exercise of free will, the free will that tells you that you know that you have choice. And that your life, your entire life, is a matter of mind over matter. So, what's the matter? Get over it. Know that you are bigger and grander than whatever it is. There is a power within you stronger than it is. There is a mind within you that is more intelligent than it is. Get over it. Don't let it get you down. Mind your mind. In The Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes writes, "Strain your mind to think what you wish to think, to feel what you wish to feel, and place no limit on principle. Know that the power of the mind of creation that is within you cannot be enslaved. It is not bound by anything. Whatever was the matter, you are greater than that. That's the bottom line. Life loves you. Change your mind. There's a world of possibility within you. Change your mind. Don't let little matters get you down. Put your mind on spirit and don't let anything else matter. Know this with me. I thank God tonight for those little matters, those little devils that have been on my mind and brought me here. I thank life for those medium-sized matters, the ones that troubled my sleep, slowed my step, and fogged my brain, but they got my attention. And that brought me here. I thank life for even those great big matters, because I realize now that there is no big matter to spirit. And now I am here in the presence, and nothing else matters. I know that there's a power in this universe, a power in my life for good. And it lives and breathes and thinks and creates within me, within each of us. I know that it is unlimited. unbounded, that it is the solution to every problem. It is the healing of every disease, the mending of every heart, the truth of every life. And it is here, and it is now, and it is mine. I live and move and have my being within it. All really is one. So I am grateful tonight for the bodies that are healed, for the minds that are cleared, for the lives that are transformed. I'm grateful for that extra dose of courage to step forward and live life at a higher level. And I am grateful most of all for the peace within me, the peace that passes my understanding. Because I believe that what I believe most comes upon me. And today I believe that God and I are one. And in deepest gratitude, with unbounded excitement, I live my life accordingly. And let it be so. And so it is. So, my friends, I see we have been having some challenges, yes? Oh dear. And it looks so smooth from this angle. So I'm going to ask you, because I've had no notification on this, obviously. See, there's a thing called alerts over here. And there's nothing. So I'm going to suggest that when you have the opportunity, you listen to the replay, which should be smooth, I think. I hope. I'll pray for that. Heidi won. Yay! That's my girl. That's my girl. See? What is in you is more powerful than that which is bugging you. I know that's true. I absolutely know that's true. We just have to remember it. Yay. All right, so how's it going? Heidi, I really want an update from you, because you've got exciting stuff going on, and I need to be updated. Please? Yeah. Ooh. All right. That is just so exciting. Watching this unfold has been joyful. I have to tell you. I have to tell you, I do. What are you most excited about? Is it the whole project, or is there some part of it that really speaks to you? So they go from here to Atlanta or from Atlanta to their destination? I need to know these things. I don't know why I need to know these things, but I definitely need to know these things. 10 weeks, wow. So proud of you. So proud of you and what you are doing and the difference you are making. I am so proud. I am. So, dare I? What's next? Okay. Will you be there for the installation? Seems to me they would need to have you there. Oh, sweetie, you had a spiritual team working with you and some very, very talented people, I'm sure. So, you know, you didn't have to do it alone. Isn't that a remarkable thing when we reach the point where we say, I could not have done this alone, and I didn't have to. Okay, 3 more buildings to go. Yes, ma'am. I am so excited about all of this. I cannot tell you. Hold on, I'm getting annoyed by pop-ups. Yeah, babe, you did it. You, the collective you. You and God and all those talented people. Good job. Now Cac's getting in with questions. I love it. I love it. It's a very exciting time. It's a very exciting time. So, okay, so what's next is 3 more buildings. Yeah, okay. Oh, someday I must see pictures. Oh, I love that. Well, yeah. Why wouldn't you be involved in the whole thing? Which says to me he's very pleased with. Hot damn. Can you say that? Yes, of course
Yes, you can say hot damn.
you can. Yeah, okay.
No, that's great. Wow.
Oh. Okay, now I'm breathless. Paris, Venice, London. Yeah, why not? Oh. Let me know if you decide you need a spiritual advisor to travel with you. If, of course, we can ever travel again.
You're not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere, okay. Shoot. Well, I suppose I need to be here. But Heidi has to keep checking in. She's my lifeline. The world. I like the world. That's good. That's good. So, you know, of course, that you have to keep us posted. We have to know what's going on. I have to be aware of the ongoing project and what you're doing. I just need to know what you're up to. Everything else takes care of itself beyond that. Yeah, well, it is for most of us, isn't it? Get out of our own way. You are so incredibly talented I'm just thrilled that you found this outlet. But thrilled for them, thrilled for you, thrilled for the world. Yay. I am. And ultimately, well, you know this now, don't you? That when we get out of our own way, we make room for God to come through. And bingo. So, my dear, how can we support you in prayer? That's my next project here. What is it you would like prayer support for in this next week? I bet you are weary. You're entitled to be weary, darling. You've been going nonstop for what, 3 months now? So take a breath. Enjoy the win. Enjoy the victory. What can I pray for? Okay. You can do it. I know you can do it. I'm not sure there is a finish line. There are probably several finish lines. Okay. And just stay where you've been. Keep that part of you that tends to get in your way out of your way. And oh, this is gonna be wonderful. This is. Okay, the first finish line. Yeah. It's like running a series of marathons, isn't it? You can do it. I have absolute faith. You are the creative director, darling. Just be who you are. And don't let anything get in the way of that. Not even you. Okay, so let's pray, shall we? It's my favorite part of the evening. And take a deep breath if that's what you need to do. Or just a gentle breath if that's what you're called to do. You know. And close your eyes if that's comfortable. If not, soft focus on something. I have my little candle behind me. You can focus on that. Cat, check your email. I'm just a tad bit under the weather, so bear with me. Know with me that you are never, not ever, not for one moment alone. Not ever, ever, ever. God is where you are. God's spirit creation. Where you are right now. With all of its strength and wisdom and creativity and possibility thinking, with all of its no hold barred joy and wonder and evolution and revolution. Right there where you are right now. And so I know that the power of the universe is literally at our command. And so I know that Heidi has everything that she needs to lead her team to the first finish line. Strength, wisdom, joy, creativity. unbridled wonder, things that have never been before, and things that have been before better. And Heidi has the strength and the ability and the ease to stay present. And take her team where it needs to be. To be the genius, the creativity, the force of creation behind this and the next and the next and the next. Easily, effortlessly, it comes to her naturally. It just flows through her. It heals her. That divine energy moving through her so perfectly heals whatever needs to be healed. It quiets her mind. It gentles her thoughts. It opens up avenues to creativity and creates solutions to what seem like problems so effortlessly. God is where she is right now. And we rejoice in that. Hallelujah. We rejoice in that. And we know for all of the others who have asked for prayer that that which they have requested is in fact done, because they have opened the door and Spirit has slipped through. I know for myself, strength and healing and riddance of whatever this thing is. I know for Kat, success with all of her projects. May all of her plates spin perfectly.
Yay.
I know for Spirit,
Oh.
peace of mind and joy and happiness. And I know for the world, peace. Peace. I know for our leaders, sanity and wisdom. I know safety for those who feel endangered and safe haven for those fleeing persecution. And in spite of what the world may appear to be, I know peace on earth and goodwill.
You can bless Heidi's project. She just sent it.
Oh! I'm breathless.
Isn't it gorgeous?
We bless this and know that only good will come of it. That it changes the world for good. And that there is joy behind each of these windows, and healing and hope and transformation. For all those under these roofs, I know peace and joy and acceptance of the power within them. Oh, what a good thing this is. I can feel it. And so I